Hey everyone, I'm so glad you could join me today. Whether you're a returning subscriber or you just stumbled across this video, welcome to a space where we put your health and well-being first. It's your host here, and welcome back to my channel. I'm always excited to share tips and insights that can help you live your healthiest, happiest life. Today's topic is one that affects every single one of us, no matter our age or background. Today we're diving into a topic that's close to all of our hearts, our health. More specifically, we're going to talk about the choices we make every day, sometimes without even thinking, that can have a big impact on our future. Our daily habits, especially what we choose to drink, can play a surprisingly important role in our long-term health. Specifically, we're talking about cancer prevention. Cancer is a word that can feel scary, but the good news is that there are steps we can take to lower our risk. While there's no magic bullet, research shows that our lifestyle choices, including what we drink, can make a real difference. Now, I'm not here to tell you that a single can of soda will give you cancer. It's not about fear. It's about being informed. The occasional treat is totally fine, but it's the patterns we create over time that matter most. But what we eat and drink over time plays a significant role in our overall health and well-being. Our bodies are incredibly resilient, but they also respond to the choices we make day in and day out. By making small positive changes, we can support our bodies and help protect ourselves from disease. So let's talk about 5 popular drinks that you might want to reconsider if you're trying to live a healthier lifestyle and reduce your cancer risk. These are drinks that many of us reach for out of habit, convenience, or just because they taste good, but sometimes what's convenient isn't always what's best for our bodies. We'll look at what makes these drinks risky, and I'll also share some healthier alternatives you can try instead. Before we start, could you please like the video, share it, and subscribe to our channel? Your support helps us reach more people who want to make positive changes in their lives. Plus, it lets me know that you're enjoying this kind of content and want to see more. Also, hit the notification bell for more. That way you'll never miss out on our latest health tips, recipes, and science-backed advice. Let's get started and take a closer look at the drinks you might want to ditch for better health and cancer prevention. Alright, let's kick things off with a classic, Coca-Cola. For many of us, this fizzy drink is more than just a beverage. It's a symbol of celebrations, summer afternoons, and even a quick pick-me-up during a long day. The sound of a can popping open, the fizzing bubbles, and that unmistakable sweet taste. It's easy to see why Coca-Cola has become a global icon, but have you ever stopped to wonder what's really inside that familiar red can, and what it might be doing to your body? We all know it's delicious, and for many, it's a nostalgic treat that brings back fond memories. But when it comes to your health, is Coca-Cola really doing you any favors? The short answer is, not really. In fact, the more we learn about what goes into this drink, the more we realize that its effects on our bodies might be more harmful than we'd like to admit. Let's break it down. One of the main ingredients in Coca-Cola is high fructose corn syrup, a type of sugar that's become infamous in recent years. And we're not talking about a small amount here. A single can of Coke contains about 39 grams of sugar, which is nearly 10 teaspoons. That's more than the American Heart Association recommends for an entire day. Imagine spooning that much sugar into your morning coffee or cereal. It sounds outrageous, but that's exactly what you're drinking in just one can. Now, why is this a problem? Well, high fructose corn syrup has been linked to a whole host of health issues. One of the most concerning is obesity. When you regularly consume sugary drinks like Coca-Cola, your body gets a quick spike in blood sugar, followed by a crash that leaves you craving more. Over time, this cycle can lead to weight gain, and obesity is a major risk factor for a number of serious diseases, including cancer, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. It's not just about the calories, it's about how these ingredients affect your metabolism and your long-term health. And if that wasn't enough, there's another ingredient in Coca-Cola that's raising eyebrows among scientists and health experts: caramel coloring. This is what gives Coke its signature dark hue, but it's not as innocent as it looks. Caramel coloring is created through a chemical process that can produce potentially harmful byproducts, including a compound called 4-methylimidazole, or 4-MeI. Studies have shown a potential link between caramel coloring, specifically 4-MeI, and an increased risk of cancer in lab animals. While the evidence in humans is still being debated, some health organizations have called for stricter regulations and even warning labels on products containing high levels of this chemical. The bottom line? It's another reason to think twice before reaching for that next can. Now, I'm not saying that a single can of Coke will lead to cancer or make you overweight overnight. Our bodies are resilient, and enjoying a treat every now and then is part of life. But the real issue comes with consistent, long-term consumption. If you're drinking soda every day, or even several times a week, those risks start to add up. Over months and years, the sugar, the additives, and the chemicals can take a toll on your health in ways you might not notice right away. Think about it this way: your body is like a temple, and you want to treat it with respect. Just as you wouldn't want to fill a beautiful, sacred space with trash, you don't want to fill your body with substances that can harm it over time. Making small changes like swapping out soda for water, herbal tea, or even sparkling water with a splash of lemon can make a big difference in how you feel and how your body functions. Filling your body with excessive amounts of sugar and potentially harmful additives just doesn't align with the idea of treating yourself with care. Next time you reach for a soda, take a moment to consider what you're really putting into your body and whether it's worth the risk. Remember, every small choice adds up, and your health is worth protecting. Next up, let's talk about Diet Pepsi, a drink that's become almost synonymous with the idea of a healthier soda. For decades, Diet Pepsi and other diet sodas have been marketed as the guilt-free alternative to regular soft drinks. The word diet on the label seems to promise a lighter, safer choice, especially for those watching their sugar intake or trying to lose weight. But is it really as harmless as it appears? Now you might be thinking, diet? That means it's healthier, right? It's a common assumption. After all, if there's no sugar, there must be no problem. But not so fast. The reality is a bit more complicated, and it's important to look beyond the marketing and really understand what's inside that can. While diet sodas like Diet Pepsi do ditch the sugar, they often replace it with artificial sweeteners, most commonly aspartame. These sweeteners are designed to mimic the taste of sugar without the calories, which sounds like a win-win. But the story doesn't end there. Artificial sweeteners are highly processed chemicals, and their effects on the body are still being studied. And here's the thing about aspartame. It's been a topic of controversy and debate for years. Some people claim it's perfectly safe, while others are deeply concerned about its long-term effects. The FDA and other health organizations have approved its use, but that hasn't stopped the questions from piling up. Some studies have suggested a potential link between aspartame consumption and an increased risk of certain cancers, particularly when consumed in large amounts over many years. Other research has raised concerns about possible effects on brain health, mood, and even metabolism. While these findings aren't conclusive, they're enough to make many people think twice before reaching for another can. Now, it's important to be fair. The research is still ongoing and more studies are needed to confirm or refute these findings. Some experts argue that the risks are minimal for most people, especially in moderation. But others caution that we simply don't know enough about the long-term effects of consuming artificial sweeteners every day. So, here's the bottom line. Do we really want to take unnecessary risks with our health, especially when the science isn't settled? It's easy to be lulled into a false sense of security by the word diet or zero sugar, but that doesn't always mean a product is truly good for us. Sometimes, the healthiest choice is the one that's the most natural and least processed. With so many delicious and genuinely healthy beverage options out there, like infused water, herbal teas, or fresh juices, it's worth considering what we're really getting from that can of diet soda. Next time you're thirsty, maybe reach for something that nourishes your body, not just your sweet tooth. Now let's talk about a beverage that's been making waves lately. Prime, the drink everyone seems to be talking about. It's trendy, it's marketed as a healthier alternative, but is it really as healthy as it claims to be? Prime contains an artificial sweetener called sucralose, which is commonly used in many products. And while sucralose is often marketed as a safe sugar substitute, some studies have shown that consuming large amounts of sucralose might be linked to an increased risk of certain cancers. Again, more research is needed to confirm these findings, but it's something to be mindful of, especially if you're consuming Prime or other sucralose-sweetened beverages regularly in your daily routine. Moving on to another popular choice, brisk iced tea. It seems harmless enough, right? Well, let's take a closer look at the ingredient list. Just like Coca-Cola, brisk iced tea is often loaded with high-fructose corn syrup. And as we discussed earlier, excessive sugar intake from high-fructose corn syrup can increase your risk of obesity and other health issues, including cancer. But it doesn't stop there. Brisk iced tea also often contains artificial flavors, which can be a cocktail of chemicals that we don't fully understand the long-term effects of. Last but not least, let's talk about Red Bull. This energy drink is often associated with late nights, studying, and an extra boost of energy. But what's the cost of that energy boost? Red Bull is notorious for its high sugar content, which, as we've established, can increase your risk of various health problems, including cancer. And if that wasn't enough, Red Bull also contains artificial additives that can have negative impacts on your health over time. The high caffeine content in Red Bull can also be problematic. While caffeine in moderation is generally safe for most people, excessive caffeine intake can lead to anxiety, insomnia, and other health issues. So there you have it, 5 popular drinks that you might want to reconsider if you're trying to reduce your cancer risk. Remember, it's all about making informed choices that align with your health goals. I'm not saying you can never enjoy these drinks again, but moderation and balance are key. Opt for water, herbal teas, or freshly squeezed juices more often. Your body will thank you for it. If you want to see more videos like this, comment "I need more" below. And don't forget to like the video, share it, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the bell for new updates.